Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew, and I'm an alcoholic. And today, by the grace of God, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I cannot be any more grateful. These crosstalk meetings, guys, you've got to get to these things and just hang out, just to observe. Just do nothing but show up and observe. I promise you, it could be life changing for sure. And that's kind of the topic I want to talk about today. You know, so many times we'll sit and complain, where's my miracle? Where's this miracle everybody keeps talking about? I know we always talk about how we get to see the light pop on in somebody's eyes. You know, we get to see the light, this light pop on their face, and when they get it, they start getting it, they start realizing, and that's really a miracle. And that's something that, you know, if we're not careful, we can miss out on our very own miracles. One of the topics that came in last night was talking about immediate gratification. And we kind of talked about it in a roundabout way last night, but we didn't get a chance to discuss it in detail last night, so I figured I'd cover it on this monologue, but also about that miracle and how that, because we pursue that immediate gratification, we miss our own fucking miracles. Here's what I mean by that. So yesterday you saw us drop a graphic out. It's got myself, Dorinda, Josh, Bigfoot, and Eric. And the caption on this graphic for the Recovery Classroom, the caption reads, "Recovered and still fucked up." What that means is just because we're clean and sober doesn't mean our life got perfect. It did not. Far from it. How we handle things in life is what we're trying to talk about. Our lives can still be fucked up, but how we handle these things that happen in our life, that's what becomes different. And that segue, I want to use that to segue on into, sometimes we will wait, or we will make excuses to put off the inevitable, put off the things we should be doing. We'll put off things that we should be doing right now because, well, it's just easier to make excuses. What do I mean? I can tell you many, many times I said, now's not the time for me to try to get sober. I've got too much shit going on. Too many bad things are happening in my life. This is falling apart, that's falling apart, and I can't focus on my sobriety. So now's not the time. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to get better. I'm going to wait until my life is perfect before I get better. And because I'm waiting for my life to be perfect before I decide to get better, I'm going to miss out on the very miracle of change for myself. Then on top of that, I want to miss out on the miracle that I get to see in other people's lives. And I can tell you firsthand, guys, there is nothing at all. You can't put a price tag on seeing the stuff that we see on a regular basis. Great example, last night, I did ask permission to use her name and to tell a little bit of her story, so I'm not going to give away too many details. Sam was in there last night, and to give you some backstory, Sam showed up to, of all meetings, a crosstalk meeting, her very first meeting. She's never been to an AA meeting, an NA meeting. Her job forced her, said, you got to start these meetings. And she just randomly walked into a crosstalk meeting of all meetings, her very first meeting. Sam, I'm so sorry. I feel like we ruined it for you. And she walked in. She was angry. She was pissed. She was crying. She was furious. She was anxious. She had all these emotions going on about her. And she walked into a crosstalk meeting one night and was like, what the fuck did I... She even asked Eric. She's like, hey, where's the meeting at? And he said, you're in it. And so she walked in and she was angry because her job was forcing her to be there. Last night, we're in the room and she's telling us, yeah, my job's forcing me to be here, but I'm here because I want to be here. She's no longer coming to crosstalk because she has to. She's coming to crosstalk meetings because she wants to. That's a miracle in and of itself. Sometimes we get so caught up in this immediate gratification, this immediate need, this desire for that dopamine release, that we want to see results right here, right now, and we miss the miracle. That causes us to miss the miracle that could be taking place right before our very eyes. It's very easy for us to sit back and say, well, now's not the time for me to get sober. I got to wait till life is perfect. Life is never going to be perfect. Right now is the absolute most perfect time for you to decide to pull the trigger and get clean and get sober. Because if you're waiting on your life to get perfect before you get better, man, it's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And you know what? That's how you miss out on the miracle. That's how you miss out on the miracle. We talk all the time amongst ourselves. We were talking about this just a couple days ago. How it's such an incredible experience for us to get to sit and work with someone, talk to someone, and see that light come on in their eyes. See that light, that realization hit their face when they go, oh shit, I can do this. And we were talking about with Sam. There's a couple guys in there last night. Who they showed up with no intent. They even said that they had no plans on speaking, of participating. They were just going to go through the motions, just sit there and listen. And lo and behold, by the end of the meeting, they're talking, they're laughing, they're sharing, they're communicating. They are connecting and engaging with like-minded individuals. If that's not a miracle, I don't know what is. I don't know how else to articulate what a miracle could be. You know, we'll sit there and we'll always say, well, we got to wait for a better time for us to get clean and sober. There's just too much going on right now. It's too stressful. It's just too much going on for me to stop right now, period. And I call bullshit. When things are the most stressful, when things are the most fucked up in your life, that's the exact time you need to pull the trigger and say, you know what? Now's the time for me to get clean and sober. Now's the time for me to seek help. Now's the time for me to start showing up and participating with like-minded individuals who all share a same common problem that I share. And if nothing else, just sit there and listen. Listen to what they have to say. You know, we were sitting in a room full of people last night who a lot of them showed up just to listen, and lo and behold, what are they doing? They're participating, they're talking, they're sharing. And I know my sponsor says it all the time. A problem shared is a problem cut in half. And here people are sharing about their problems. And again, it's when we share our problems, we get to see miracles happen in other people's lives, which gives us strength, which motivates and encourages us. Don't wait for life to be perfect for you to start getting better. There is no more better time, no more perfect time for you to start getting better than right now. At the point in time in your life when you think it can't get any worse, because I assure you it can. At the point in time in your life when, you know, all hell is breaking loose and everything is nothing but chaos. That, if nothing else, that should be your sign that this is exactly the right time for me to get clean and sober. Period. I was never under the impression, no one ever told me, Drew, if you get clean and sober, your life will be perfect. Matter of fact, they told me the opposite. And sure enough, my sponsor at the time, he always told me, he said, Drew, he said, you're the only person I know that's gotten clean and sober and whose life has gotten worse. And it did. It absolutely did. But you know what? Because my life got worse, that's how I got my miracles. That's how I got my miracles. See, without that fear, without that fear, without that anxiety, that's what's really going on. I don't want to get sober. Now's not the time for me to get sober. What you're really saying is you're afraid. Or what you're really saying is you have anxiety about getting sober. Without that fear, without that anxiety, we can't have any miracles. Because without some sort of adversity, no miracle is actually even needed. We don't need miracles if we don't have adversity. So whenever we do feel that fear walking into a brand new meeting, whenever we do feel that anxiety raising our hand or speaking up in a meeting, whenever we do feel that apprehension, or we're staring adversity square on in the face, well shit, that's when it starts to get fun. Because that's when I know the miracles are going to start showing up, and I am not about to miss out on any of my miracles. So with that being said, I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys have an absolutely kick-ass Wednesday, hump day. We're halfway through the week. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be any more appreciative. And real quick, my wife, I'm still at the hospital with my wife. She's doing better. They're hoping to get her released here soon, so fingers crossed, maybe in the next couple days. So I want to thank you guys once again. You guys, your prayers and your support really mean the absolute world to me. So just thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. If there's a topic you'd like to hear discussed on these monologues, feel free to drop it in the Recovery Classroom private group. It's a private Facebook group. We maintain anonymity. There's a whole slew of us. Bigfoot, Eric, Drenda, myself. There's a bunch of us on the back end. We'll take a look at it, see what we can do. You can email your topic directly to me, Drew, D-R-E-W, at recoveryclassroom.org, and I'll take a look at it, see what we can do. So, again, thank you guys for your prayers. We'll be talking again soon. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.